Hello and welcome. I'm Jordan Blatchford, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the things I wish I knew before I started at the gym. I want to talk about this as I feel if I knew these things before I started training, I would be in a much better position than the one I am now. Well, maybe I wouldn't have broken my leg, but if I knew these things, it might have helped me train better and more effectively, thus getting a better physique and better build. If you haven't seen it already, I did tackle a video of training after a break. So if you are training after a break, that video will be up above in the info card. So let's get into it. So number one, possibly one of the most important, is finding your reason to train. What is getting you in that gym and what is going to keep you motivated? When I first started at the gym, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I just knew that I wanted to get in there and I wanted to start working out, which realistically is not the best goal to have straight off the bat, because I wasn't training for anything in particular. I was just going in there to start getting into the gym. If you can go in there with a mindset that you want to do this certain thing, so say you want to go in there and you want to lose weight, fantastic. You want to get in there, you want to build muscle, you want to work on your physique. You've instantly set yourself up to start working towards achieving those goals, which can ultimately just speed up the whole process. If you go in there, you know what you're going to do, bam, you can instantly start training in that fashion. And it's one of the things that I really wish I had getting in there, because to start off with, I had no motivation really. I was just like, well, I need to go to the gym, you know. If I'd gone in there going, right, I want to get big, I want to work on my shoulders, I want to broaden my shoulders, I want to lose fat around my belly, and focused on those things, who knows where I'd be right now. I might not have a rubber ring around my stomach, or I might be broader and more physically, you know, appealing, and my physique would be a lot better. The second thing I wish I knew was that progress is not consistent. And what I mean by this is, you're not going to see just a casual going up progress. Oh, I'm building this, dum. Some weeks are going to be better than others. And that's just bottom line. It's going to come down to what you've been eating, how hard you've been training, how tired you are, how much rest you've had. You're not going to constantly see that the same stages of progression as you keep going to the gym. There are some weeks where you're going to go, oh, well, I don't look as good this week. And other weeks you're going to, wow, who's this handsome devil? Just keeping at it and keeping going. And when you start off, it's going to go up, and then you're going to start plateauing to the point where you'll start slowly seeing your gains. And that was what I wasn't prepared for, because I got to the point and I was like, oh, well, I must have reached my natural limit. But battling through that is going to lead you to a much better place. So if I'd have quit when I did, I wouldn't have got into loving fitness and loving going to the gym as much as I haven't, as much as I miss it now that I can't go to the gym because of COVID and obviously breaking my leg. But if you can go in there knowing that some weeks you're going to look better than you are other weeks, you know, the persistence, you've got to have utter faith in the gain train. Gain train's coming, and it's going to hit you hard at some point, so keep that in mind. The third thing I wish I knew is something that I feel is mainly overlooked for most people, and that's rest. No matter how many hours you are slogging in the gym, if you're not getting enough rest so your muscle can repair, because, you know, working out and building muscle, you're tearing that muscle apart so it can grow back stronger. If you go in one day, let's say you've trained arms, you absolutely smash arms, you're feeling limp afterwards, you can't, you know, you're walking around like this and you can't really do much. If you go in and train arms again the next day, all you're doing is tearing upon tearing, which is going to lead to just bigger damage in the long run. If you can get in enough rest, and rest days are key, so that muscle has time to repair itself and then build itself stronger, you're going to see far better gains. And this is something I didn't know. I used to go every single day and then go, well, why am I aching so bad, and why am I not building loads of muscle? And now I can look back and go, well, you're an idiot. Now the fourth thing I wish I knew before the gym is still something that I'm constantly struggling with, and I do have a video coming out about this. I want to make it really good, so it's going to take some time for me to do it in the respect that I want to do it. But thing number 4 is comparisons are not going to help you at all. I feel like it's safe to say somewhat, and to most extent, most people follow some form of fitness social media account. And without assuming anything, I almost guarantee you have compared yourself to that person and gone, oh, well, look at them, they're so much better than me, da 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 da. And in the gym, this is a huge issue, because if you instantly compare yourself to someone else and go, oh, well, look at the size of their lats, look at the size of their chest, I've been putting in the work and I'm not getting these results, you're going to find it a lot harder to train. I know from experience that I've gone and I've thought, well, I'm not getting the gains that this person has, so why should I continue? And this is easily the hardest one to overcome, because it's like heavily mental, like it's mentally, it's in your head. So overcoming it is not easy at all. But if you can try not to compare yourself to others, you'll put yourself into a far better spot where you can just focus on yourself and go, right, this week my chest is looking bigger, fantastic, we can work from that. Need to work on my arms a little bit, instead of going, they've got biceps the size of their head, I've been training for X amount of time, I should have biceps bigger than my head. It's just going to set you up for failure, and like, just speaking from experience, you know, it's not good. But I'll discuss this more in a future video, so stay put for that one. The fifth thing I wish I knew, which is going to seem really bizarre, is that I wish I knew that I could seek help from others. As soon as I still do it to some extent now, I'll go in the gym, I'll go, right, I know best. Go in there, shut everyone out, train, carry on like nothing ever happened. And I used to get really bad like wrist pains from lifting weights, like this was a couple of years ago. But if I'd have asked, and most gyms have them, like either the person running the gym or a trainer that's in there, they're there to help you. Yeah, you can buy personal training sessions, but if you just say, look, I want to check my technique, I want to check my form, they're going to help you. Use the help and the guidance that's there. These people have, you know, they've trained, they know what they're talking about. And all it took for me was just slightly moving my wrist slightly inwards instead of having it loosely out. If I'd have known that, I could have saved myself like loads of time that I had to take off to let my wrists heal and be in a completely different spot. Yeah, alas. It's something that I wish I knew at the time. The final thing I wish I knew, and again, this might sound a bit weird, is I wish I knew that going to the gym should be fun. The amount of times I just went to the gym because I thought it's what I had to do, and went in, trained, felt horrible. Those weren't good training sessions, because I wasn't there to put the effort in. If you're there and you're having fun, you're going to put more effort in just naturally. That's just how we work. So by going and putting the effort in through having fun, you're going to see more gains. I've noticed from my experience anyway. I'll go in, say, because I work nights, I'd go in after a shift and I'd be absolutely knackered, I'd be slogged. I'd go in, put in a half, you know, putting 50% of my energy into it. That's not doing anything, realistically, because I'm showing up, I'm tired, and again, this links to number 3, having adequate rest. I'll go in, I feel tired, so I'm not going to be able, even if it's not about willingness, I'm not going to be able to put my max effort in, because I don't have the fuel in the tank to burn. But holding it back into this one, if you go in there and you're going to have fun whilst you're doing it, geez, enough said, really. Guys, I just want to apologise in case I've seemed extremely sluggish throughout this video. I'm filming this on the back of a night shift, so I'm heavily fatigued, and this week I've gone back up to doing 75% of my hours instead of 50%, so it's taken a bit of a toll. I guess if I'd followed these rules for things to know before recording, we might have a better video, but alas, we're here now. I'm fatigued. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, give it a like. And guys, I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe.